What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Gators will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the football first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Calls his own number. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They finally get the glory. Everything changes as far as program expectations when you win that first national championship. Fans, boosters, alumni, media, now all expecting much, much more, aren't they, David?
Yeah, but you still get to celebrate because you were the king. You were the king of college football. You won it all. A lot to be excited about. Palmer, now you work on the next season and repeating and all that goes with it.
And it should still be good, too, right? Because winning that first national championship brought in so many good recruits, brought in so many players through the portal. You can make an argument their roster this year is better than last year's national championship roster. So I'm excited to see what they do today.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Back to pass, it's Bryant. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Fires it incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rides the back on the option. The give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Catch in the middle, it's Lester. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Ducks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off-play action on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Daly. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab down the middle. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this 1st quarter after that fantastic play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give from the gun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Bryant. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Lester. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll give it to him again. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. To the air, it's Bryant. Touchdown, Ducks! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. A design run for the quarterback. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Warner. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Working that left side now. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st down.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going for it all. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. For a man, it's Bryant. Quarterback moving. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Lost to throw again. Flips it out to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Zings it complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line that push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fat.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick six. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Got his man. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down for 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Daly. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, sweet feet. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Looking to throw, it's Daly. They're setting up the screen. He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the two and cut this to a two-possession game.
And they try to pass forward, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get in the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
But I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Running to Green. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the boot, looking for his man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to.
Turning it on. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivate.